there are some people who think I'm just a horror writer. They put it like that. They use the word
just. A horror writer.
Yeah, oh, sure.
What do you think they mean by that?
She writes about vampires.
Right.
Junk.
Then that automatically makes you junk. And that's something you've been dealing with the whole ride.
Sure, and it doesn't bother me. I don't care anymore. I mean, I cared in the beginning.
How'd you get over it? Because I think we all deal with our own version of it.
You get over it because your readers help you get over it. They come up to you and they tell you how they feel about the books. At least that's how it happened to me. Or they send you a letter, or you meet them at a signing and you realize that they got what you were intending. And that feels wonderful.
Right.
That feels very good, and gradually you have to learn to think about that instead of the more casual or denigrating mentions, say, in a newspaper article or a review.
Right.
You know? It's hard to do it. I think a negative statement can obliterate 20 positive statements, but you have to learn to reverse that.
I think it's also hard for writers, or it's hard for all of us in this internet age where it seems like the new belief is that the more negative things said about you online, the more famous and significant you are. You know, and it's hard not to go looking for it. I deal with it. I think, well, I should go find out what the people who really hate me think. You know, because then that'll make me feel wounded and important. And I think writers get stuck on that track, and we get into these stupid fights online and on blogs about stuff that doesn't mean anything, that's not about writing. And I'm as guilty as everybody else, so I'm not trying
we have to resist that.
to judge. We have to resist it. But it gets back to the whole social media thing. You really enjoy it, but is there ever a point where you think, I don't want to reveal any more about myself on social media? Like, this is too much. Like, this isn't about what I'm trying to do.
There are moments where I don't want to answer questions with any more specificity. I don't want to, go into it in any greater detail.
Right.
But, I don't think I could have done Facebook like this when I was younger. I think it would have been too upsetting.
Right.
I am older, and it's easier to take some of the things that happen. The people storming off the page, telling me to burn in hell forever, this type of thing.
Right. But then what you see is that when they tell you that 5 more times, they haven't left the page because they couldn't post if they had left the page. So
exactly, and the misunderstandings that happen. The things that people. That's one thing it's taught me, that people can take things in such a variety of ways. I had no idea. So you learn to get a little more careful about what you're saying.
There's no tone on the internet. There's no tone. So you can read something and apply the voice of your most hateful social studies teacher shaking her finger at you, or his finger. And so it's very easy, and people get really volatile real quickly. But for you, it's been a largely positive experience because you've built a community of people online, and that's the thing. The thing that I think is sold to writers that's maybe a little dubious is that you can get hundreds of thousands of readers just by going on social media. What you can really do is organize the readers you already have into a coherent kind of group.
You can invite them to come there.
You can invite them to come in.
To you.
And that way you don't have that experience of going out into the world and someone says, I read all 3 of your books and I didn't know you had another book. Hopefully they'll know where you were saying or giving out that information, and it's on Facebook or Twitter. But not many people create the world that you've managed to create on Facebook, which is for the large part a positive thing.
I enjoy talking to the people on the page. I really do. And I like answering the one-to-one questions, and I like asking them questions.
Right.
I mean, I'll ask them questions, and they'll give me 1,000 answers. I'll say, if you liked the Vampire Lestat, why? What did you like about him? What was the one thing that you really liked about him?
Right.
And I'll just marvel at the feedback I get. It's fresh and spontaneous, and it's very informative.
Is there ever a consensus, or is it always sort of diverse? And
I would say the consensus about him is that what they loved about him was that he was bad and good. That he was capable of being a despicable villain, but he really had a great heart and really wanted to be good.
Right.
It was that mixture. That's what kept emerging from the answers. But the answers go all over,
Right.